guys, I'm Kashan and you're watching The Book Archer. Thank you for tuning into my channel. And today I'm going to be bringing my September wrap-up video for you guys. Yes, it is officially October. Fall is in full swing. So let me go ahead and tell y'all about the books I read in September. I think I had a really good reading month for me. Personally, I read 8.5 books. It would have been 9, but I could not get through one of them. But I don't want this video to be too long, so we're just going to jump right into it. But the first book I read was Belle by Rachel Hawkins. And I like to start my months off with something fast-paced and fun read, and this book definitely got the job done. I loved Belle. Belle is about a young teen named Harper. She's a Southern girl. She's a Southern belle, hence Rebel Belle. And at the beginning of the book, something happens to her, and it kind of deals with some fantasy elements and magical elements. And throughout the book, you just get to see how she deals with that. I love how this book is a mixture of like contemporary feel, because a lot of the relationships in the book are a heavy part of the plot line, but it still has the fantasy elements of magic and stuff like that. So if you're just looking for like a fun, fast-paced read, I would definitely tell you to pick up Belle. And if you haven't checked out Rachel Hawkins' other series, Hex Hall, which a lot of people love, then I would definitely tell y'all to read that if you're trying to get out of a reading slump or if you want a really quick read. The second book that I read this month was Fangirl by Rowell. And oh my goodness. So this is, I think, one of my favorite contemporary novels, period. I went into this book with really low expectations just because I'm not a huge contemporary reader. And I hadn't read any of Rowell's other books, but she's been getting super popular lately. And I just wanted to check out the book to see what it was going to be about, and I loved it. I got so attached to the characters and their storyline and the character development. I was invested. Like, I wanted to know what happened to all the characters in the book. I really loved it. I loved it. I also loved how the dialogue and the story went along because it was very realistic. It wasn't rushed. There weren't any rushed realizations. It just felt super authentic. Like, it felt like it could be a real life story. So yeah, thumbs up, 5 stars for Fangirl. Okay, so after I read Fangirl, you know, I was already in a contemporary vibe, and I said, okay, well, let me give another contemporary book a try. And I finally read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, which, of course, y'all know is one of the most popular books on BookTube. I really love this book. It wasn't like prolific and life-changing for me. Like, this isn't like one of my favorite books of all time now or all of a sudden, but I definitely loved it because I love John Green's writing style. It's so poetic the way he weaves his words together, and a lot of the things in this book are super memorable. Like, this book definitely stays with you after you read it. Like, if you haven't read this in a while, you still know exactly what happened. You still remember the plot line. It definitely captures you. So I would like to give this book maybe 4.5 out of 5 stars. Shoot, maybe even 5 stars, which I usually don't give books 5 stars, but I would say 5 because, yeah, they definitely had me bawling my eyes out, but I enjoyed it. This is where I got into my reading slump because I tried to read a book that y'all highly recommended, and I said, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. This might be interesting. And I ended up picking up The Fifth Wave by Yancey, and I could not get through this book. I don't know why. Some of the alien books are hit or miss with me. I love the plotline at the beginning. I love the Castopia, but when they started showing other people's perspectives, I wasn't interested at all. Like, they showed Castopia for so long at the beginning. When the chapters started to jump to other people, I was just like, okay, I'm not invested in these characters. I don't really care. Get back to what's going on with Cassie. So yeah, I don't know. And I heard that the follow-up is not getting that many great reviews, The Infinite Sea, which just came out recently. So I probably won't be continuing on with the series. So the next book that I read after that was The Assassin's Curse. Or is it? Yeah, The Assassin's Curse. This was an ebook that I read on my Kindle. I'm gonna try to pull it up as I talk about it. So yeah, this is the book, The Assassin's Curse. I don't know if you can really see the cover of it right there. But I would definitely give this book maybe 3 out of 5 stars, 3.5 out of 5 stars. What I did enjoy about the book is the original plot line. Definitely the main character is a female pirate, and she goes on this journey through like the desert forest. And which I don't read a lot of when it comes to fantasy and things like that, but I really enjoyed that aspect of it. As far as the overall writing, it was definitely a little bit mediocre in my personal opinion, so I didn't enjoy that element of it. So if you're looking for like a different read, then I would definitely pick it up. Next book that I read is Hex Hall by Michelle Creese, and I loved it. I really like this book. I feel like if you liked Rebel Belle, then you will like this book. This is a witch novel, and it kind of deals with like similar things. The girl, she's a popular girl in high school. She doesn't know that she might have powers, or that there's somebody else in her family who might have powers, that type of thing. And you get to see what happens when, you know, when the witch world and stuff collides with her regular world. And there's a lot of good side drama with her boyfriend in the book and with her best friend, honey. Yes, so this is definitely a good read. And this one is a newer release, so I will be doing a full review on this book. You can look out for that soon. So after that, I was definitely in the mood for dystopian. And that's when I picked up Legend. Okay, yeah, I loved Legend. This was definitely one of my favorite reads for the month. It was really good. It was super fast-paced. The first book in the Legend trilogy is only 300 pages. I love the dual perspective between Day and June. I absolutely love Day as the main character. Like, he is so dope. Like, I love him. As soon as you start the book, they set the plot. It gets right to the action. And the action continues on throughout the book. It's really good. I really like Mary Lou or Marie Lou's style of writing and stuff like that. I know she has a new book that comes out this month. So hopefully I can finish up this trilogy and then get my hands on the Young Elites, because that one's a fantasy. So if her dystopian is this good, I can't wait to read her fantasy. Which I can't believe I read like 3 or 4 contemporary books this month. It's just like so crazy for me. But I ended up reading We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and everybody always says go into this book without knowing anything about it. Just read it and then just get surprised. And oh my god, this book was so surprising. This book is only 227 pages, so don't even look up the synopsis. Don't try to figure it out. But like, when I read this, I was like, I'm definitely going to read it again so that it's a new experience. I love books like that, that once you read them and you reach realizations and things like that, it's like you can actually go back and read it and it'll feel like you're reading it for the first time. She has a very eccentric style of writing, because there were certain parts in the book where I'm like, girl, is this a metaphor? Is this happening for real? Like, but yeah, We Were Liars was really good. Okay, so I saved the best for last. The last and final book that I read for the month of October, Crown of Midnight by Sara J. Maas. Oh, y'all already know that I love Throne of Glass to death. Either my review for Throne of Glass will be up before this video or after this video. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and it was the same as the first. A lot of people like this one better than the first one, but I love both of them equally. I cannot wait to get my hands on the third book in the series, Heir of Fire. I think I'm gonna love it. I absolutely love the triangle in this series because I actually like both of the people. A lot of times when there's a love triangle, you only like one person and like the other person you don't even like them. But I really love Dorian and Cale or Cole. And Selena is definitely one of my favorite protagonists of all time. I really love her as the main character. It makes the series so much better. And then the fantasy, the world that they have built in here. Ugh, if you haven't started the Throne of Glass series, please start it. Please start it. Alright. So that is the end of my September wrap up. If you read any of these books, or if you're interested in any of these books, or you want to talk about them, please let me know. If you have any book recommendations for me, leave them in the comment section below. And thank you for checking out The Book Archer. Bye, arrows.